Happening now, a high-speed chase suspect is charged, but this time by a different agency. The Jamestown Fire Department makes quick work of a fire several hundred feet away from a multi-million-dollar project. And how does this sound? U.S. Congressman Peyton Manning? It could happen. That's news now for Thursday, September 28th, 2017.
Live and on demand from the Chautauqua Audio Works studios in downtown Jamestown. This is your source for breaking news. WNY News Now.
And good Thursday morning. A high-speed chase 2 weeks ago that ended in Jamestown results in even more charges for the man they arrested that night.
The charges, however, are not coming from the Jamestown Police Department.
That is right. I'm Ryan Hedrick, and that is our top story. 47-year-old Thomas Kimbrough Jr. is facing felony charges after a dramatic high-speed chase ends with Kimbrough crashing into a pole. The chase happened on September 11th, but the county has filed additional charges in another jurisdiction, that jurisdiction being Ellicott. Police Chief William O'Meese says the chase came out Hunt Road, went down Southwestern Road, then to Fairmount, and then to 15th Street in the city of Jamestown, and that's where it ended.
The only reason for the warrant was too many things going on, and Jamestown had him in custody, so we filed for a warrant on the charges,
Now, O'Meese says the general chase policy with all agencies depends on the time of day, the weather, and traffic conditions. Kimbrough was reportedly caught with nearly 7 grams of cocaine that day. That cocaine was packaged to sale.
Firefighters made quick work of a fire that started in a dumpster just several hundred feet from the multi-million-dollar National Comedy Center project. The 2 buildings that make up the project are not equipped with video surveillance, according to sources close to WNY News Now. Our crew spoke with Jamestown Fire Lieutenant Phil Hanlon, who said he doesn't know how the fire started.
Could be somebody walking down the tracks, but I don't have any video to ascertain that. They could have been doing hot work. They said they weren't. Could have been a chemical reaction of stuff in the dumpster. There's a myriad of things that could cause it. So
it doesn't appear the building sustained any damage, and no injuries were reported.
Well, Playboy founder Hugh Hefner, the man that probably sold sex better than anyone else, has passed away. The iconic founder of the Playboy magazine embodied the lifestyle he promoted. He passed away Wednesday at his Playboy mansion in the city of Los Angeles. He's survived by his wife Crystal, his sons Cooper, David, and Marston, and his daughter Christy. Hugh Hefner was 91 years old.
Straight ahead, local money for a national manufacturing program. But first, here's Dakota Hunter with your First Defense weather forecast.
Now, your First Defense forecast with Dakota Hunter.
Good morning, everybody. Let's take a look at the current conditions out at the airport at this hour. It is 56 degrees. That is quite a difference from where we were just a few days ago. We were in the 70s at this hour. And this is the first time this year I've put this up, the wind chill index. We got a wind chill of 53 when we got that north. Yeah, I know, Ryan saying boo over at the anchor desk. We got that north wind at 8, which is equating to the wind chill factor. And I wanted to mention this. This is straight from the Climate Prediction Center. And I told you yesterday that we could be gearing up for more warm weather to begin October, and here we go. The Climate Prediction Center does have pretty much the western portion of western New York at more than an 80% chance of seeing above normal temperatures to start off October. So the cool down's not going to last very long. Here's your First Defense forecast for today. Mostly to partly cloudy on average with a few breaks in the afternoon, and it will be much cooler. Got my high down at 63 degrees for today. And then for tonight, partly cloudy skies will dip down to that low of 45 degrees. And then for tomorrow, mostly cloudy on average. Showers and thunderstorms increase in the afternoon hours. Temperature dips a little bit again. We'll go for that high of around 62 degrees. And then up on the 7-day, we actually turn even cooler on Saturday. We only make it to 59. I don't think we'll even make it to 60 on Saturday. And again, note the low Sunday morning. Would not be a bit surprised if we see frost Sunday morning and Monday morning before more weather returns next week. News now continues right after the break, so stay with us.
Chautauqua Audio Works now offers instrument rentals starting at just $17 per month. We're your school's band and orchestra headquarters. the only place with loaners on site. So pick up an instrument today. Order online with the keyword Chautauqua. Shipping straight to your door. You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Congressman Tom Reed announced yesterday that Dream It, Do It of Western New York will receive a $115,000 grant. The funding will be used to help Dream It, Do It, making it real. Girls a Manufacturing Project. Reed said he hopes to increase interest participation in manufacturing among women in Western New York.
Now it's time to take a look and have some fun at some exciting events around Western New York and around the region this weekend. You can enjoy a 5-course dinner. I don't even know if I can enjoy a 4-course dinner without getting full. And it highlights the farm-to-table movement tomorrow night at the Heirloom Restaurant in Chautauqua Institution. Executive Chef Ed Work, this guy's amazing. He presents the 5 courses produced from locally sourced ingredients, each course being paired with a local wine or beer. I'm telling you, I wouldn't even make it through 4. Learn about the ingredients available in Chautauqua County, how they're grown or raised, or how to source and acquire them.
And if you're in the mood for some classic comedy, you can't go wrong with the Marx Brothers film, The Coconuts. That's playing at the Fredonia Opera House as part of their annual Fredonia Marxonia event. This 1929 release was the Marx Brothers' first film, and is widely considered to be one of their best.
That's probably a stark contrast from Richard Pryor's comedy of the 1980s. Now that the fall weather has finally arrived, here's a great event to get out and enjoy. The Johnson Estate Winery is offering a 30 to 40-minute walk in the estate vineyards framed by the hillsides and their colorful fall foliage. The walk only costs $5 and includes samples of 6 different wines.
Wow, and here's an event for Dakota. He is a fun guy after all.
Who would have thought that weatherman could be fun, right?
Fun Guy Feasting and Foraging is the title of the event taking place at Green Heron Growers Farm in Sherman. Learn how to recognize edible plants and fungi growing in your backyard, with the guidance, of course, of local chefs and mushroom growers. After your walking tour, you'll enjoy a luncheon featuring samples of these plants and mushrooms paired with local produce.
And last but not least, they always save this for me, it's time to get naughty Sunday afternoon at 2. Australian cabaret sensation Pamela Shaw brings her wickedly funny new show to the Reg Linné Civic Center stage, featuring music from such artists as John Lennon, Paul McCartney, and Ricky Lee Jones. And you can get your brunch on with a variety of beer, wine, cocktails served at the side of the stage. That sounds awesome. A lot's going on in sports, you know this. I left out our Pittsburgh Pirates, okay, in place of the Yankees, who are playoff bound. That news straight ahead on WNY Sports.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Located in the St. Elmo building in Chautauqua Institution, La Familia Restaurant is more than a restaurant.
So people love the fact that we are committed to the farm-to-table aspect in our produce and focus on sustainability with our seafood too.
La Familia has signature dishes.
Sirloin filet over on the table. Next is our Aegean chicken and a cider brine pork chop.
La Familia even has a singing chef. La Familia, fine dining with a family atmosphere. Let them host your special event today. LaFamiliaCHQ.com.
Start off in baseball in the Bronx last night, where it didn't take long for the Rays to get going as Echeverria homers to left. Aaron Judge quickly comes up, Next inning, off of Andes, putting the Yankees up 2-1, and then Starling Castro. A deep shot, a home run to left center off of Andres, putting the Yankees up 3-1, and the nail in the coffin right here. The next batter, Greg Bird, homers to right, and that puts the Yankees up 4-1. They would go on to win 6-1. Exciting time in Chicago last night where the Cubs clinched their division. You see they're celebrating. Congratulations to the Chicago Cubs. We'll see if they can go back-to-back after going World Series-less for almost 100 years. Off the field and to matters of Puerto Rico, where Dallas Mavericks guard J.J. Barea made an emotional appeal for the country to back Puerto Rico.
You look out the window and it's beautiful. The water's blue, it's green, there's people moving around, you feel the vibe. Yesterday, you look out the window and it's dead. It is completely dead. It's awful. People are struggling, and it was good to be down there and help, but it's to see it in person and I talked to a lot of people there the 4 hours I was down there, and it was tough.
And did you hear Justin Timberlake may be finalizing a deal for the Super Bowl? Yep, he's reportedly finalizing a deal to headline Super Bowl halftime show. More off-the-field news. Peyton Manning says he will not run for the Senate. I didn't even know this was going on. Longtime quarterback Peyton Manning said during a radio interview that he has zero consideration of a Senate run. It was rumored that Manning will run for U.S. Senate to replace retiring Tennessee Republican Senator Bob Corker. And tonight, high school football is back, and the Jamestown Red Raiders look to remain undefeated. Here's head coach Tom Langworthy after I asked him if he considered trying to score 100 points last week.
No. I got a ton of respect for all the coaches that we coached against, and Coach Valenti from Springville is a good friend. So it just wasn't his night, but I think it was important that we finished the game in the second quarter, and we got all of our guys reps because that's important to everybody. Keys to victory too.
Just a reminder, High School End Zone Live, presented by Schultz Auto, hits the airwaves tomorrow at 7 p.m. right here on WNY News Now and from the Schultz Sports Desk. I'm Ryan Hedrick for WNY Sports Now, where it all unfolds here.
Welcome to Internet Market Value Pricing. At Schultz, we use a unique computer software program that determines what every used vehicle within 250 miles is selling for. Then we price our vehicle at the lowest possible price, with no haggling, no uncertainty, and no hassle to you. All certified pre-owned vehicles come with a free Schultz Advantage 1-year maintenance plan, limited lifetime engine warranty, Carfax report, and go through a multi-point inspection before they are offered for sale. Visit us at schultzauto.com or in person at one of our convenient locations.
The Main Landing Restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
Everything's made fresh here. We love to be outside, and it's nice inside if it's raining, so we have a choice.
Locals and non-locals agree that the Main Landing is quickly becoming a destination.
It's just so casual, and just the food is amazing.
I love the hamburgers.
But I really like the tuna I had.
The Main Landing Restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Social media sites can sting, especially when a user posts hurtful or inflammatory comments. After years of criticism, popular platforms want to shut off mean-spirited messages.
Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram are trying to tame trolls by targeting comments. Instagram users with public accounts can now filter comments. With each post, you can determine the following options. If you want everyone, people you follow, and your followers, just people you follow, or just your followers to comment. You can also block specific users. Facebook, Insta's parent company, uses a similar strategy, and Twitter allows users to flag negative or inappropriate comments. This could be huge for the social media world. The Pew Research Center says online abuse is rampant, with about 40% of adults saying they've been harassed online, which can take a toll on mental health. To help, Instagram is allowing users to report a live video anonymously. If you notice someone needing help, the site will automatically show the person who may be in need a message, offering resources like talking with a trained mental health volunteer or connecting with a friend. While these new features won't automatically ward off trolls, the hope is that social media sites will become friendlier in the future. For Consumer Watch, I'm Mary Maloney.
Okay, not to dwell on negative attention, but I think we actually, am I looking at the right camera, Justin? Okay, that's fine. Anyway, I have a very confusing statement that just like kind of filtered off my head. Anyway, guys, I'm very proud of how WNY News now grew through some adversity yesterday. And all jokes aside, trolling is real, and trolling can hurt, bullying can hurt. And I think we need to teach young people, our next generation, it's very important to educate them about the importance and the responsibility that they have to control what they say on social media. I think that's at the core of that message. That's probably what Instagram is trying to convey.
You know, and to go off of that, you could tell that social media is a huge feeder of the thought process of people. We saw that yesterday with that CC Ring story, too. Mm-hmm. So really, it's not just the negativity, it's the false statements or stuff with no, basis.
I'm urging listeners and viewers of WNY News Now to put down the phone for an hour and read a book. Absolutely. Get out, know your community, and it sounds corny, but I think it's very important. I grew up in a time where we played outside. You could see my younger pictures. I'm tan as all get out. But you can see people are losing less and less interest or have less and less interest in getting out, interacting with their community, doing things that actually have substance. Now there's very little that has substance in social media unless there are professional news gathering agencies like ourselves who get paid and do the job, do the work of disseminating community news out for the public, for the general principle of knowledge in education. So. Let's get a final check of weather because this is not going to be a 90-degree weather weekend. We're not going to see Buffalo Bills fans drenching themselves in water and Gatorade all Sunday. This is going to be very much maybe a jacket, maybe a light sweater weather weekend.
Absolutely. And actually, before I talk about the 7-day one time, I actually do want to mention if you ever need anything to do, the Chautauqua Gorge in Mayville.
Nice.
Beautiful. I mean, just go and, it's basically what Ryan said. Go, put the phone down, go take a hike at the gorge. You will love it. I mean, I promise. I mean, that is the absolute best place for nature. Just being out in nature, connecting with nature. Oh! All right, let's take a look at the 7-day one more time. And you can see we're going to be in that fall pattern for pretty much the entire week. Look at that high on Saturday of 59. Yeah, there goes. Again, I don't think we're actually going to hit 60. I'll honestly be surprised if we actually do hit 60 at the airport. And again, take a look at the lows Sunday morning and Monday morning, 38 Sunday morning, 40 Monday morning. Would not be a bit surprised if we see frost both of those days, so make sure you bring in tender plants and vegetation. And then we get right back into a above average temperature for much of next week. And as I showed you on the 6-to-10-day temperature outlook from the CPC, we could be ringing in October warmer than average.
And
so the cool down's not going to last.
Bring on the snow, damn it! Just bring
on
the
jeez!
Get out of here! Hurry up! All right, that's going to do it for news. Now we're back. Manana, TGIF, that's for sure.
For news 24/7, visit WNYNewsNow.com, where coverage comes first. Have a great Thursday afternoon, everybody.
I'm sending pick after picture. I'ma get you fired.